Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today I want to talk about how to actually accomplish, and the best ways to accomplish your health goals, your healing goals, getting better. So how do we do this? Okay, so number one, what are the factors you need? Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today I want to talk about the qualities or the factors that it takes to accomplish your health and healing goals. Okay, so I know we can get down on ourselves. I know it can be a long journey, and I know it's difficult, but we want to talk about those qualities and those traits, what we need in order to accomplish being healthy, having no symptoms, right? Healing fully. What is it that we need? Okay, so number one is determination and grit by far. So what is this, right? This is that X factor. So it's when you feel like things are going wrong, when, people are telling you you can't do it, when your own mind is telling you you can't do it, when you seem to be failing, when you seem to be having setbacks, when you seem to be having flares, when you're just sure that you absolutely can't and won't heal, it is your ability to dig in with that sheer determination and grit. It's that X factor called grit, where you dig your heels in and you say, no, I will heal. I will accomplish this. I can and I will, and I won't give up, right? This is the number one factor that it takes, because it is a long journey. It is going to take you a long time, but it's that overall determination and grit where you say, even when you're down, no, I will rise, right? It's that, Rocky had it. Everybody had it, right? All the underdogs have it. You need to get it. So if you don't have determination and grit, you better find out what your reason for healing is, and it better be big enough, bad enough, strong enough, and be able to fuel you through all the times that are going to just bury you down. So every single time you get knocked down, every single time, you have to have that grit and that determination to get back up. And every time you get back up, you're going to have more experience. You're going to have more belief in yourself, more confidence in yourself. You're going to see that your ability to get knocked down and get back up again, it's not going to seem so impossible anymore, right? You've got to keep getting up. No matter who laughs at you, no matter how far beaten you've been beaten down, no matter how tired, exhausted, how overcome with this sense of failure you are. You have to find it within yourself, that fight. Find yourself to rise again, to stand up, to dig in, and that's how you learn to get more experience, more confidence. And it is hard, yes, but if you accept this failure, you can't succeed. So you must dig in and get back up. And not only will you get back up and be standing, but this is teaching your brain. It's creating new neural pathways. It's retraining that brain of yours that says, I can't do it, and then just lays there, right? It's training your brain to have more determination and grit and belief in yourself and confidence and like that will, that power to survive. And that's what we all need at the heart of it. So that's number one. Okay, step number two, then the next quality that you need, the next thing you need to do to accomplish your health and healing goals is start with the basics. Shrink it down and start with the basics, okay? So I want you to make a list of 5 things that you really think that you should be doing to heal yourself, to reach your healing goals consistently, that you're not doing. And I'm talking basic things. Refine your diet, get the diet under control. Get your sleep under control. Do the walk every day to get your physical activity every day. Meditate every day. Journal, right? Journal about your feelings. Feel your feelings. Do the inner work. Drink water. Drink a lot of water, right? Swap out whatever treat you're having during the day as a pick-me-up or a reward for a juice or a smoothie, right? I am talking small here. So we want to shrink it down. Oftentimes we get so overwhelmed with our health goals. Like, I have to do it big and I have to do it off the wall and I have to do it crazy and I have to do it perfectly. We forget that health is all about the basics. So drop that, $1,500 or $3,000 course that you just have to take. Drop the loads of supplements that are going to set you back $5,000. Drop the body work or the whoever it is, the naturopathic doctor or the healing practitioner or the Reiki or that protocol, the hyperbaric oxygen chamber or the cryotherapy or whatever it is. Drop all that BS, okay? Because it's extra. That's extra. If you're not doing the basics, then you're fooling yourself. You're kidding yourself. And we need to shrink it down. So go ahead, write down on a list 5 things that you should be doing to heal yourself that you are not doing, right? Eating a whole natural foods diet from the earth. Getting into bed every night at 9 o'clock. Sitting in meditation for 1 hour a day. Going for a walk, yes, even when it's raining, yes, even when it's snowing, getting outside, breathing, right? Meditating, yoga, simple, free things that you can do at home that you are not doing currently, that you need to be doing, and you continue to resist for whatever reason it is. We want to shrink down. Sometimes we're so overwhelmed with healing, and there's so many things that you could do. You could do this protocol, that protocol, go to this practitioner, see that practitioner. There's all these magic promises and magic pills out there. And so we go so big that it's overwhelming, right? It can be super, super overwhelming for us it almost seems like it's unattainable, right? There's just so much to do, right? So many diets to try. Good morning. And there's all these diets to try, and if we don't do them right and perfectly, we are not going to be healthy. Okay, start with just whole foods, right? Did it come from the earth? Did it come from a can? Did it come from a bag, or did it come from the earth? Right? Just a natural, whole foods. Is it grass-fed or is it bought at the grocery store? I mean, start small, shrink it down, right? Don't beat yourself up. Don't have to get it perfectly. Don't have to try every single little diet and do it just right, okay? You have to get the basics. Okay, so I hope this makes sense, that you can't be grand all the time when you're trying to heal, because it depresses us, it feels overwhelming, it makes us feel smaller, it makes us feel like it's unattainable, it makes us feel like we can't do everything, it makes us feel overwhelmed. It actually contributes to illness rather than to health. So the number 2 thing that you need to do is start small. Start small, pick a goal. Today, I'm going to start and I'm going to walk every day. And then you just do one thing every day for a week, right? I'm going to journal. Okay, so maybe you can't find time in your day to journal for half an hour a day or to meditate for an hour a day. So start smaller, but don't not do it. Set your timer for 5 minutes and make that a habit. You're gonna meditate every day for 5 minutes for 2 weeks. And then increase it. Yes, increase it to 10 and then to 15. So rather than just say, I don't have time for an hour, so I can't do it at all, is a mistake, right? We have to shrink it down, shrink it back, shrink down the timeline, shrink down the grandiose of it all. Say, this is what I know I should be doing, and I'm not doing it. So I need to start smaller. This seems too big for me to attain. I need to pull it back. Can you meditate for 5 minutes? Absolutely. Can you journal for 5 minutes? Absolutely. Right? But when you say, can I do it for an hour? That's where the resistance comes in, and then you don't do it at all. So you see, bring it back, scale it back, start small, and start and stick with the basics. So I really, really want you to hear me on this one. This is so important, right? I want you to just shrink it down. Make it smaller. Take all the pressure off yourself. Take the pressure off yourself and make it smaller. Turn it into bite-sized pieces. Turn it into something that you can do and feel good about the fact that you did it. So the idea is to start, to make it not so overwhelming, to do the thing you've been resisting, to break it down into smaller pieces so that you actually do it and get started on your journey. You can always increase it later, right? But starting is breaking the pattern, breaking through the resistance, just doing the thing that you know you need to do for healing, but you're resisting, you're not doing, you're not able. It just feels too overwhelming. Break it down. Get back to the basics, right? Take that giant pressure off yourself. It is so important. I cannot overstate this. This will help you. When you feel less tension in your body, when you feel less stress, less overwhelm, less pressure, and you actually see yourself starting to do things and moving in the right direction and doing things that are going to help you actually heal later, right? We're not thinking about the big picture of healing ourselves and doing it all. We're thinking about getting started on walking, going to bed early, doing our meditation, right? Eating properly, drinking enough water, the basics, moving, breathing, exercising, right? So this is what I need you to do. I really, really can't stress this enough. It is not the grand or the undiscovered or the secret pill, or if I could only just find this one thing that is going to heal you. I can promise you this. I have searched the ends of the earth for that thing. Okay? It doesn't exist. You must get back to the basics and you must break it down into small, attainable things that you can actually do, get started on today. Today is the key. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. How small can you break it down so that you do it today? Okay? Ask yourself that question and don't let it go until tomorrow. Okay, so number 3 is change your vision. Change the vision of healing that you have for yourself. So you have this vision that you want to heal and that you want to get 100% healed and that you need to heal yourself. And if that's your limited vision, that's something that feels hard and it feels overwhelming and it feels like it takes a lot of work and oh my God, I got to get up again and today I got to heal. I have to heal, right? This is something that is pushing you along, right? And it's hard because you need will, you need a lot of determination, you need a lot every single day in order to get up and to try to accomplish your goals and your vision, which is I have to heal, I have to do it all today so that I can heal, right? It feels tiring and exhausting. So I want you to think about your vision differently. And I want your vision to start to pull you instead of you having to push this vision along. So how do you get this healing vision to pull you? Okay, so when you are healed, when you're 100% healed, what is it that you want? What is the life that you want to look like? When you're healed, maybe you have this vision of yourself. I'm going to meet the love of my life. I'm going to get married. I'm going to have kids. I'm going to be able to play with my grandkids. I'm going to take them to Disney World, right? I'm going to travel to wherever it is, whatever exotic place you would love to go. And I'm going to backpack and climb this mountain. Maybe it's a dream you've always wanted to do. You have to make it exciting. I'm going to be able to work and build my own company. And I'm going to, be able to make so much money because I'm so healthy and so vibrant and so alive that I'm going to buy my dream house and I'm going to, buy a vacation home here or whatever it is. You need a big dream. So what are you going to do with yourself when you're healed, when you're healthy? You need to start really creating that vision in your head, spending a few minutes a day just really getting excited about it and just thinking. And I know it's hard when you're in pain. I know it's hard when you're suffering. I know it's hard when it seems like, what's the point in dreaming about that? I can't even get out of bed and walk to the bathroom today. But you have got to do, you have to be able to create this vision that is so exciting for you that you get up and instead of having to push yourself to heal today, you're being pulled and drawn like, oh my God, when I heal, I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to be this. I'm going to be able to have this. And so it's more about the excitement of seeing your vision in a different light. So it helps to pull you along. You don't need so much will, and it's not so exhausting every second of the day. You see a vision, you're going to be living in your dream house, you're going to be working in your dream career, maybe starting your own business, traveling the world, marrying your dream partner, right? Playing with your kids, taking your children or your grandkids to Disney World. You're going to be doing something wild, something exciting, something that you've always wanted to do that you could never do while you're sick, and that you feel like everyone else gets a chance to do the X, Y, and Z. So you need to imagine yourself doing X, Y, and Z, right? Those exciting, amazing things, so that your vision isn't just, oh, I need to heal, I want to be healed, and it stops there. For what? You need to ask yourself, for what? Why? What am I going to do? How is it going to be happy? How's it going to make me filled with happiness and joy and excitement? And how is my life going to feel amazing? Let yourself, I know it's hard to let yourself dream when you're feeling this way, but allow yourself to dream and really get that vision in your head, so that when you get up in the morning, you want to meditate, you want to go for that walk, you want to eat that diet, you want to forego that snack for a juice or a smoothie or whatever it is, right? Because you see your vision differently now. You see how happy and fulfilled and exciting that your life can be when you're healed, right? And when you're healed. And so you now have more of a reason to get out of bed and do that, because you see your vision in a whole different way, right? So you need a vision, definitely need a vision. And I know all of you have a vision, you want to be healed, but I'm saying it's not enough. I need you to see your vision in a different way, so that it helps to pull you forward. It helps to pull you along, so that it's not so overwhelming, exhausting, tiring, and feeling hopeless, but it actually inspires, that grit and determination that I'm talking about actually just inspires, like, hey, no, because when I get there, I'm going to be able to do this, and it's going to feel amazing. And I'm going to be so happy, because my life is going to feel like this and look like this. And that is what we really need. So yes, start thinking about your vision differently. Start getting excited about the end goal that you could see, and be wild. Dream big. Make it exciting. Make that feeling just come to life. You are going to stand at the top of the mountain and beat your chest. I did it. You're going to accomplish that goal. And this is what, these are the prizes, the bucket of gold at the end of the rainbow. Let's find out what that gold is. Really, really think about it and describe it in detail, right? That's the gold. That's where we're going to. We're going to the gold. Okay? So 3 is just see your vision differently, and see and feel and imagine the gold. Okay, so number 4 is planning your day. Okay, now a lot of us who are chronically ill are good planners, right? We're type A. We know how to plan a calendar, and we can often plan it that's so overwhelming, right? At 10:45 I need to do my exercise. At 11:06 I need to drink this juice. At 12:55 I need to sit down and meditate. At 2:04 I need to journal. Right, and we can get very obsessive about healing, and I understand that. Productivity is important. So hear me, if you're not using a calendar as your best friend, if you're not planning your days, you're not going to be productive, and you're not going to move the needle towards healing. So we have to plan our days, and plan our weeks, and plan our months. This is very important. We do need a solid plan. So if you don't have a plan, you need to start putting things on your list that you can do to move yourself forward to healing. Now this I'm aware of is not going to be the majority of your problems. The majority of yours is that you're over-planned. You are over-planned, and healing has become such a job, and such a tedious job, and so overwhelming to you, that you actually have more that you want to do than you can actually even fit into a day, leaving you feeling drained and unproductive, and just like you'll never have enough time to accomplish it all. You can never even do enough to heal yourself, right? So if that's you, then you're at the opposite end of the spectrum. In both cases, I want to speak about planning, because it is an important aspect of healing, and often we do it wrong. We say, what can I do to heal? And we plan it in, and it seems overwhelming and exhausting, and none of it's really fun, right? It's all hard. It's all hard work. And then we wake up and have to do it again tomorrow. I want you to look at this differently. I want you to plan a week and a month that is a hardworking, that you can accomplish things and that you can move the needle forward on accomplishment and reaching your goal, like setting your goals and reaching them. However, I would like you to try something different for me. I would like you to plan a day and a week that you enjoy, that you feel good about. Plan your ultimate day, right? Where you can feel productive, but you also get a lot of leisure time. You get self-care time, self-love time, time for joy, time for fun, time to just express yourself, time for whatever. It's not a totally indulgent day where you don't do anything productive, because that in the end would just make you feel overwhelmed and you wouldn't enjoy that day, right? Because you're not doing enough. But a day where you're doing everything and you're leaving no time to enjoy your day will make it certain that every day you will never get to enjoy, because we're overscheduling ourselves and we're doing things to heal, but we're not actually living as if we were healed. So we'll never get there, right? So what we need to do is we need to schedule a day that we like, a day that we enjoy, a day that makes us feel like we're doing something and also makes us feel like we're resting, a day that makes us feel like we're having time for leisure, having time for downtime for ourselves, for our hobbies, for our interests, for our family, to feel good about, right? And so we schedule in our perfect day, basically. Like, yeah, on a healed, perfect day, I would like to get up and walk. I love to meditate, maybe have enough time to journal. I'm going to prepare a wonderful couple of meals. I love that. I'm going to have time to spend with my family, maybe read a book, maybe do a hobby that I enjoy, maybe just veg on the couch and watch some Netflix or some TV at the end of the day. You know, maybe make a tea, do some gardening, whatever it is. But you need to plan a day that's both productive and filled with leisure, fun, joy, fulfillment, happiness, right? Because this is just not the end goal, to be productive and to heal. So this is really where people need to take the calendar and make it their friend. Plan a day, plan a week, plan a month that you can feel good about, that you do feel good about, that is your perfect day, your perfect week, your perfect month. Start to, and say, well, my perfect day is to, be traveling and doing all this stuff, but I can't do this when I'm sick. So then plan some time in your day to just daydream about it, to visualize it, to get excited about the end goal, to get excited about things, to look on the internet about some awesome places you would go, or research it, or watch a movie about somebody else taking that adventure. I mean, really, if you can't do it yourself, don't use that as an excuse. Plan it into your day, a day that feels good. Plan a day that feels good. Plan a week that feels good. Plan a month that feels good. And feeling good makes you feel productive. It makes you feel like you're accomplishing, you're fulfilling yourself, you're moving yourself towards your goals. You're able to have time to relax and love and feel joy and feel happy and express and whatever it is, right? We need to schedule this in, and we need to use the calendar as our friend in order to do this. So plan it, but don't overplan and only focus in one area, which is I must heal, and then schedule yourself so that you're not actually living a healed life, right? Plan a healed day, plan a healed week, plan a healing month, a year, a lifetime, right? Plan the healed living that you want. Plan it in, schedule it. So this is very important. You need to schedule, you need to do something. You need to really see that your calendar and writing it down and kind of planning a vision, working towards it can happen. So you need to schedule it and do it, but you also need to give yourself that flexibility and the stuff that you want to be doing on your calendar, because it's no sense living a life you don't want to live, doing a day you don't want to do. right? We can't live like that. We can't exist like that. And that brings us down. That is one of the things that's probably bringing you down if you have a chronic illness, is that you're planning and living a day that you don't want to live. And you're in resistance to everything you're doing all day long because it doesn't fulfill you, it doesn't make you happy, it doesn't get you closer to living the life that you actually want to live. So get yourself closer to your truest life that you want to live, okay? Okay, and the last one, number 5, is to create habits in your life through repetition that build your experience, your confidence, and that move you towards your goal. So goals are great, and it's great to have goals, and it's great to plan our time, and it's great to break things down, and it's great to do all of this. But habits are what get us there. Okay, every time I make grandiose goals or even tiny goals, bite-sized goals, if I don't make it a habit to do something daily in my life that I know my life really needs and that I really want, it won't happen, right? So if you want to be a writer and you don't sit down and write every day, writers are in the habit of writing, okay? People who drink juice every day, you see them drinking those green juices. People who juice like that and drink juices all day long are in the habit of juicing. Okay, so you want to get in the habit of whatever it is you want to do. If you want to build your dream home, then you need to get in the habit of sitting down every day for half an hour, and working on planning, dreaming, imagining, creating your dream home. If you want to start your own business, you need to get in the habit of starting a business. So you're sitting down, you're planning, you're thinking, you're creating, you're motivating, you're talking, you're researching, you're starting to procure, you're looking, right? So you need to get into a habit, and habits are basically things that you do over and over. So you need to pick your habits basically. Once you've gone ahead and scheduled your days, once you've scheduled your dream life, you need to pick the habits that are going to help you achieve what you want to achieve. Because some of those things, just sitting down and relaxing or spending time with your family or doing like interesting hobbies, they're more spontaneous and they're the joy in your life. And they're the part that you absolutely 100% need, that life that you love to live. But the harder parts, the parts that are the responsibility parts and the things that you must do and the things that are hard work, those just require a habit. So creating habits around those things in your day and leaving the rest of the day open for joy and love and living that life and just being in the moment is an incredibly great way to reach your goal, okay? Just by scheduling in habits. So every day, if you're gonna walk, just pick a route, start small, pick the route, continue to walk it. The same time, the same route. You see me doing it every day. It's boring, but if you're in the moment and you're enjoying the moment and you're doing something and you're building a habit, you're building a muscle. It's like going to the gym if you want to lose weight. Nobody really wants to go to the gym, but they schedule it in, and a year or 2 years later, the results of actually doing that activity have paid off. So you need to schedule in some habits. Walking, going to bed, juicing, or eating, cooking that meal, preparing the meal that you know you need to eat, right? Meditation, journaling, right? The inner work. All these things are usually we're always in resistance to because they kind of suck. They're kind of hard work. We want to do them. We know we want to be the person who walks every day, but we don't actually want to do the walking every day. We know we want to go to the gym and build muscle, but we don't actually want to go to the gym every day. And it's easier to sit on the couch and watch TV or flick through our phones, just keep scrolling through our phones and drinking a tea. It's easier to do that. But we want to break those bad habits and put in the habits that we need. And habits often are just repetition of maybe 2 or 3 or 4 basic things that we want to accomplish, maybe only one if you want to start really small and you want to bite it down. And it doesn't have to be for an hour a day. You can start small. You can build a habit starting small. It can be 5 minutes on this, 5 minutes on this, 5 minutes on this, and 5 minutes on this. Don't ever make it more than 5. And I think usually to start with 3 is ideal. Pick 3 things that you really need to start creating a habit around. Start small, start bite-sized, something that you feel you could actually achieve in a day, a realistic and not overwhelming time frame. Schedule it in, use your schedule to put it in there as part of your day that you can feel good about accomplishing, and then make it a habit. So habits are just basically the wheel. It's that one thing that people forget to do at the end, right? They do all the rest and then they just don't make this habit. Getting up and making your bed every day, right? Doing your dishes every night after dinner. It's a habit. It's a habit. It's a habit that after you do for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, preferably a year. Don't set yourself as, I'm going to do this for 30 days. Just say, I'm going to do this every day for a year. And if that feels too overwhelming for you, then say, I'm only going to do 5 minutes of it every day for a year, right? The length of time is important when we're building habits. So rather than I'm going to do an hour every day for 30 days, I'd rather hear you say, I'm going to do 5 minutes every day for a year. Once we pick a year, if we say, I'm going to do this every day for a year, we're committed. Okay, we are committed. This isn't a trial. This isn't something that we want to see if we can do. This is a lifestyle change. This is something we're going to do. And remember, once you master the 5 minutes, you can increase it to 10, even along the way. You can increase it to 15 or 20 if you feel so inspired, right? But starting and just using that muscle to create the habit in the areas that we need to create, like, oh, I would love to detox and do enemas, but it seems like such a hard task and time to schedule in and yucky, and I don't want to do it. So just say, I'm going to do an enema every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, or just every Sunday, and for a year, right? And just schedule it in and go do it, okay? Because this gets us closer. These muscles, these habits that we create along the way are really the fuel. It's the hard-working wheel, right? It's that mule that's doing the work. So once we make something a habit, then it becomes easier and easier. And then once we've mastered that and we've done it for a year, we no longer need to think about it. We get up and we do it as part of our lifestyle. And now we have a chance to put something new in our path and create a new goal and a new habit. So habits, creating habits, giving yourself the year to do something over and over and over and over until you've mastered it and you know you're going to continue that in your life is critical. So I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it has really showed you that healing and accomplishing your healing goals, this is actually what it's going to take to get there. So go back and watch this video again. Make sure you're doing all of this, because a lot of times we feel overwhelmed and we feel like failures and we feel like we're not going anywhere towards our healing goal, but you're not doing everything I'm saying in this video, right? This is necessary for healing. So I want you to go back, I want you to watch it, and I want you to start these 5 things, putting them in your day, making sure that you're actually on the road to healing yourself, that you're actually on the road to being healed. And you're just not on this road to being where you are, right now, which is just continuing to live this Groundhog Day over and over and over again. So I want to see you on the right road to healing. Watch it again. Begin your path today, right? We don't put it off until tomorrow anymore. We start today. So I wish you luck. I know you can do it. You will be healed. Imagine that beautiful dream life you're going to have when you get there. Now go ahead, start and do the work it takes to get there and live the life you want to live.